keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all
you're not getting
double audio.
Owers and tastemakers make us look
shot from the point.
like a fucking pacemaker.
You're not getting
That's me. No,
it was you. So you screwed up the whole intro
for a second.
You had the stream on, didn't you? I've done that before.
You idiot. Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass you do broadcasting. It is good to see you all, and it's also good to know I'll be seeing you for the foreseeable future, unless the doctors screwed this up. Hello, everybody. I got the whole SFTP team here. Oh, Core's gonna come in?
Core's a pussy.
Yeah, and you're a liar, Tommy.
Yeah,
you're a fucking liar.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk, suck in, big breath, the whole nine. I was not honest with you about my situation, and I guess you're gonna have to decide if you want to be a part of this going forward, because we are going forward. and hunting down your donations.
What is it? Is it more of a case of you being a liar, or more just being a pussy?
We'll explore that.
Okay. We'll pour pull up at the end of the show. How about that?
We'll explore that. I first want to thank you, everybody, and I didn't like as many tweets, and I'll explain that I usually did, but I got all your messages from YouTube to the community section to Twitter to your DMs, and I was pretty overwhelmed by it. I'm not kidding you, but I did lie to you. I lied to you completely. I sold you a big bunch of horse shit. A bigger hunk of horse shit has not been sold since Deji got COVID, or did he get COVID? See what I mean? A big hunk of bullshit. And I'm gonna explain.
I have no knowledge of any of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain myself, and I kind of hope you forgive me, because we're going right back to the way we were, and y'all can start hating me like you usually do, so you don't have to feel bad for me. So I guess I took advantage of your goodwill, and I need to come clean. Because donations are important, right, guys?
Yes.
Okay, this is the lie. I'm going to play it for you. Here it is.
I had a reinflammation in September, and that's how we discovered my blood pressure issue. I don't expect the news to be bad, or even life-changing, for that matter.
That's bullshit. That is 100% hunk of shit. I basically went to the doctor, and I was being braced for impact of having a tumor on my kidneys, and the tumor was responsible for the blood pressure. Because if you would be shocked. I'm on 70-year-old man blood pressure medicine at the age of 45, and have been on that blood pressure. Thankfully, I got a reinflammation in September. I was really bracing for impact. I could tell my dad was too, because of the way he was talking to me going into this. Basically, what's going on is, and at one point I had regular 200 diastolic, I think it's called. Yeah, I don't care if you lie. I'm just glad to have you back. Thanks, leaving lizard. And they have gotten it down, but the amount of medicine is fucking insane, and the doctor couldn't figure it out. So he thought it was something with my adrenaline gland, like just pumping my blood. As it turns out, to my fucking relief, because I was being told it was likely a tumor, probably benign, because my doctor couldn't figure it out, and I really trust my doctor. He's a German guy, I really love his practice, and he also, as a German man, does a lot of stuff for American veterans on his own time with his own money. He's very much a supporter of the country I come from, and he lived there for a long time, and he has a real warm, wonderful feelings. And now he told me, he kind of prepped me this for in September. And what happened is, which I couldn't understand, and I wonder if it has to do with the good old socialized medicine. They couldn't get my thing down no matter what medicine he gave me, and he finally got it semi-reasonable. And he just kind of, but the soonest we could see the specialist and have the test done was, I think that was in January, and I just got the appointment this past Monday. And they basically, in a German way, very blunt and devoid of humanity and feelings, looked at me and said, "Stop being fat." And I have never, ever felt so good about being a fucking fat ass. Because here's the thing, I could do something about being a fat ass.
We can fix that.
I don't know about cancer on my kidneys. So why I lied to you, and you can hear me. I'm expecting the worst, the absolute worst, because it does it to me and to my doctor. It doesn't make sense why I'm overproducing this particular much. It couldn't just be being fat, because I'm not that overweight. I'm not like 400 pounds.
How much do you weigh, lard ass?
270.
270. My God, it's so over.
Yeah, 270. Down.
You literally
Good news is I know someone who can help with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another issue. I've really talked about it before. I have a sleep apnea machine that I stopped using because it kept my wife up. And because for some reason, and I do have a habit of completely unconscious ripping it off my face in the middle of the night. I started doing it, and then 2 years into my relationship with my wife, I wanted to keep her. And I only started using it when she wasn't around, and then I started using it. But I really need a sleep apnea machine, and I got to figure out a way to keep it on my face. The doctor think a comedy, because all the things that overproduce, just nothing showed up. My heart is good. I did know that for a couple months. My kidneys are good. They're not. My adrenal gland is not overproducing or anything. Hey, Fatty C, buy some.
$50.
$50. Well, I'll use your money, Cyromorph. So yeah, I lied to you, but I lied to you because I didn't want you to panic, and you can hear me.
But there is always that possibility, I suppose. I skipped the creator content or the creator fights. I really didn't want to.
That was true.
Been planning to do a long stream on it and everything.
But the thing is, what I'm thinking right here is, how am I going to tell you that I have this fucking life-changing operation? Because that's what I was prepared for. So,
you know what's great? You're giving all this news while wearing a fucking gamer headset, like a $30 Walmart fucking microphone. Like I got some important news, guys, and you look like you're ready to fucking play a round of Fortnite.
First of all, I got a first-class microphone. Thanks, Keemstar. Same
well,
one,
it's in there in the shot, and then but you still have the gamer headset.
I got the gamer headset, yeah, because I just didn't want to set everything off. I just wanted to and move on. And what I'm thinking here is, like, how do I tell people this? How do I go about it without sounding like fucking I'm just like fishing for donations? Because I gotta be honest with you, I really hate people that use their health stuff, right? But the way I see it is, I have Patreons, I have members, I have the closed Discords. I do owe you an explanation for not going to work, and I can tell you, I didn't work for the past couple days. For two reasons. A, I did have a diverticulitis flare-up, which is something that's going to affect me as an older man. It's not going to be fun. They don't really understand where that comes from. You just get there's a little piece of your intestine that just kind of goes bad, and it traps like air, and you get this unbelievable pain in your stomach. I know exactly what it feels like. It's right where, and I've actually had an operation already with it, and I was told, you won't have to worry about this till your 60s. The good news is they don't give you the operation every time like they did when I first had it. And just by sheer coincidence, it flared up. I wonder if it's stress related. Because the closer we got to Monday, the more you know that, Matt. I was feeling weird.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't feel right. Something's wrong. What have you? And I'm thinking, well, maybe it's the fucking cancer. You know, maybe it's the benign tumor. So yeah, I really just this is kind of a joke. It's kind of a double
stress will contribute to.
Well, Tommy, you're a growing boy. There's a lot of changes going on inside your body that you may not understand right now, and that's fine. Okay.
So
just know that we'll be here to help you through it, son.
Yeah, I guess so. Just stop being fat. So really,
stop being fat.
The title is clickbait, even though it's not clickbait. But I didn't lie about my fucking. I wasn't trolling you all. I was expecting the word.
You didn't lie about being a fat ass, so.
No, I didn't lie about being a fat ass.
You traded a lie for a truth.
Buy a better headset. This is first of all, this fucking headset is 150. These are 50s. These like they were $150 or whatever. I just bought it. These are good. These are fucking Astros.
Yo, cans, dude. Whoa, he's got to be $150 cans, dude.
Good cans.
$50.
So I really need to quit smoking. Like I'm still smoking, obviously, but it's got to stop. I have to get the sleep apnea machine, and I have to lose some. Like I was told 22 pounds at very least. Now, the good thing is I did lose 10 pounds and put a lot of it back on. Was it 2 months ago? But it really has to get serious.
And you got to stop hooking on the corner to support your YouTube career, man. Like, I mean, seriously, you don't know where all of these people have been, where their genitals, if they're washed, if they're dirty, what, you know.
Yeah. So, thank you really for all support. So, yeah, it is kind of clickbait, but it's Joe clickbait. I was fucking terrified.
It's master clickbait.
Captain Poofers with $20. Listen, Bleephead, we want to keep you around for a long time. So here's $20. Take it and shut up. Glad you're doing okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing okay, and I'm like ready to come back too. Because like if you notice, like I was really pumping up the other channel. Thank you, Poofers. I was pumping up the other channel. I really want to make that channel work. I don't know if it's always going to stay the same, but I really taking the camera off me, and I really like it. They're simple, easy videos to make, and I think my commentary is a lot better when I'm not looking at myself on screen for some reason. I think my commentary's been pretty good over there. But I want to go into other stuff like things in the news. I don't really care if it gets like fucking 200 hits or 1,000 hits. And you guys have been really good to me on the Tommy C channel. I want that to grow into something. But I have to pump it. I'm just going to give you... I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm going to tell you, I have to pump the algorithm to make that something. I have to, make my time worth something because I have to get some money back for taking time out of my day. And yeah, I'm 100% back. And lose 200 pounds. That'd be 70 pounds, you idiot.
You can do it, Tommy. 200 pounds. That's the goal.
Yeah, I believe you can.
Eugene Cooney did it. You can.
But I literally told you. I asked my wife, I was like, were you worried about today? She said yes, but I didn't think it would be terminal. I was like, but she was expecting bad news too. So I just got a very cold German look looking at me, telling me, don't be fat and quit smoking. And it's just like, normally I hate that lecture, and it was just the greatest lecture of all time. I don't know how to fucking tell you. Like, what a good feeling that was. And I literally tweeted out as soon as I walked out of the hospital, like, yeah, I'm not going. Because what I thought was going to happen is, I thought I was going to go there, get the bad news, and then the doc was going to say to me, he was going to give me the antibiotics, but he says, you have to go on top of the hospital on top of the antibiotics because of diverticulitis. And I was going to be out for a week or two. But no, I respond really, really well to the, they used to just go right in and operate. Now they give the antibiotics a chance. And I'm really proud of myself. When I was younger, I just didn't throw antibiotics at every cold I got.
Yeah.
It's coming in handy for me now.
It's great leaving the hospital with good news. I wouldn't know about that, so congratulations.
No. How long has Tommy been fat for? Since 2017, when I first quit smoking for a year. That was the beginning of my fatness.
Yeah, like once baited started to fizzle out.
Yeah, I started again. Yeah, I ate all the baited money. Is what I did.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. But again,
Keemstar offloaded his weight onto you.
Yeah, he got skinny and
he traded.
Buck. Well, he got into the fucking YouTube boxing, and then he did real well for himself as far as taking care.
That's what you need to do. You need to box people on YouTube. You need to find that one fucking German lol cow and get a box match with him.
Tommy's benign tumor. I feel like I deserve a lot of the credit for the goodness.
I think that's our winner for today.
I think he's got a point.
Yes, I have sleep apnea.
Here's what Dave did for 90% of it. Actually, probably even more. Cleaned up the nutrition and went for walks.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I have no excuse because
you make it sound so easy, Jeff.
Body is fucked. That's what Dave can't move. He can't work out at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And look at all this shit. Look at all the shit Dave's done. That's all he can do.
That's all he could do.
Walking outside? Are you fucking insane, dude? Do you understand how much
I like
discipline?
walking to pick up cigarettes.
That's true. There's
walking for 15 minutes a day.
Yeah,
that's all he did. 15 minutes. That's all he did.
No.
I walk with Dave. That's a slow walk.
Still a walk. It's still moving.
No, it is.
It's not a run.
The big thing we did, we increased protein, went for walking.
Hold on. Some of the chat, I think, are confused. You don't have a tumor on your kidney at all, right?
No. But I didn't say anything about it because I didn't want to, first of all, just in case a scenario happened, but it was a really real possibility that I had one. I never said anything to anybody. I think I mentioned to Matt in passing, and that would explain the amount of adrenaline, because they thought the adrenaline was causing the high blood pressure because it was really, I'm not that overweight, and my heart's good. So they needed to do these fucking tests to find out what was going on because the kidney, I guess, was where the adrenaline gland is. And it just turned out I just really need to start moving and doing something more than I am. I mean, I did change my eating habits a bit, and but I gotta quit smoking and I gotta be a lot more active, and it's got to be a part of my life.
Quit smoking, get more active, increase protein, and drink water.
Drink water. Yeah, I notice I'm drinking water right now. There's a couple fucking good things about this. I actually, because I asked, can I have sports drinks again? And because they're like, with the adrenaline stuff, you really shouldn't be drinking sports green. But since they're not, my body isn't overproducing adrenaline, that's not a part of the situation at all. I can have a fucking G Fuel, which I love G Fuel.
So now you get to eat as much sugar as you want and stay up as late as you want.
There's no sugar in G Fuel. Like, I can have one every few days, So I actually can just kind of roll back, have a G Fuel, and play some Apex if I want to.
You're going to get addicted to Monster?
Not after I did walking for 15 minutes or did my fucking virtual reality boxing, which I started doing, and what have you. Shout out to Matt for hosting a great show yesterday. Yeah, Matt's the guys have really didn't. So what about? Well, you can come in, Vega. I'll tell you.
It was a great show because it's a tipster because he just completely kneeled on everybody involved. Like, everybody stepped up, and then really? They just lost. They didn't. That's the thing. Tipster, he doesn't have to do much to win. He just has to be himself because he's so fucking likable. And you cannot get into an argument with this guy unless you're completely insane.
At least it's not as bad as the time that you sold your child after Keemstar fired you. Yeah. There was some talk about whether to do the satire thing a little bit and the joke because, I wasn't lying. The only thing I lied about is I'm not worried about this. I'll be okay. I'm just a little under the weather right now. But I may be gone for a month.
I said you should.
Wink, wink. I just didn't. If I ended up in the hospital or if I got really bad news, I could have been gone a month, and that's what I kind of wanted to prep you for. But I didn't want to tell people I had fucking there's a decent possibility of a tumor on my fucking kidneys. I didn't tell anybody of that. I did mention it to Matt in passing, but it was a possibility. But I just figured the amount of fucking medicine that I'm on is insane. It's just insane, but I really just gotta fucking start moving my ass. I've done this for too long. I've spent too long on my ass, and I don't have an excuse. The weather's been beautiful. I don't have an excuse anymore.
You should have came on stream and started laughing maniacally and being like, "Suckers!"
Well, that's what I wanted people to think. That was the whole
There's
point.
no explanation.
Yeah, they're like, suckers.
Just end the stream after after 2 minutes of cackling.
No, but I want to get back into it. I want to make videos. I want to do all sorts of fucking shit. I want to watch Obi-Wan Kenobi. I want to I don't know if you noticed, I started doing PT.
I have my life back. I want to watch Star Wars. Now I can watch all the Star Wars I want with all my years left. Thank God.
Is it a little weird that if I die in the next 2 years, I won't find out about the Mandalorian and that popped in my
God. That's so. If I die in the next year, I won't get to see how Overwatch 2 gets pans out.
I was thinking about stuff like that. I want to see Overwatch watch too.
I thought like that when I was in the hospital. I was like, man, I hope I can get out soon so I can see the next Tarantino movie.
It's
That was my
really,
way.
yeah. It's just like that's the worst thing.
It's like you just get into a car wreck, you're laid up in the hospital, and you're like, Doc, what day is it? Did the creator clash already happen? That's it. Sir, you've been in a coma for 3 years.
Speaking of creator clash, I was happy to hear that iDubbbz fought like a man, but then I found out he's real. Let me tell you something. Was I right about iDubbbz and Sam Hyde? Was anybody more right about that situation than me? Literally on the fucking planet. Did I read that absolutely perfectly? And I don't know how many videos that the stuff me and Tom did has been cited in. I got that right on the money because iDubbbz apparently wanted to kick people out that had fucking Sam Hyde merch and then threw him out of the event because apparently he was training the Epic Mealtime guy. Dude, iDubbbz is an insecure, sensitive bitch that thinks he's better and smarter than you. iDubbbz rides with a mask in the passenger seat when rides with a mask in the passenger seat when the driver is ordering fucking food at McDonald's. That's who iDubbbz is. Like, what a fucking bitch. I am shocked that somebody has the type of character he does to go up against a better fighter and ride it out. But it doesn't make him any less of a fucking mental bitch.
Imagine how much different it would have been if he'd actually like trained with Sam. Like if he actually could have done, he actually would have had a better chance, I think, because we saw what fucking. I mean, we saw how Harley was. Harley was like literally ready to kill.
That dude's big. I'm not surprised he can fucking fight.
Yeah, but also just like the way he comported himself. You know, like
no, how dare you compare iDubbbz to me?
Didn't iDubbbz do training with his fucking like GF, like Anissa or whatever too?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, well,
I think they were trained by the same guy.
Yes, if I as a man need to learn how to fight, I'm going to learn it from a woman who is smaller than me.
Isn't it amazing that we live in a world where iDubbbz, everybody's fucking hero, is now the guy that sits there and looks down at you when you look at his old content and how hysterical it was. And like, I'm just much more sophisticated now. I mean, like, how pathetic is that? I mean, he almost sounds like what you think Colossal's Crazy is when you first hear his voice and you find out that couldn't be further from the truth, that he's not a stuck-up fucking English prick. That's just it's just the way he talks. But iDubbbz is that first impression of clown where he sounds kind of snooty to you. You know, I mean, what? I mean, yeah, his girlfriend. Yeah, fuck that shit with his girlfriend. He's a man. You know, like I can't believe that we said the N-word under a 17-year-old girl. I'm not proud of that. I'm like, oh my god, I almost did a video on that. But please rant about iDubbbz here. I think iDubbbz is just, he reminds me of the guys that came after Howard Stern and criticized Howard Stern for being, he reminds me, you know what he reminds me of? Bill Cosby criticizing Eddie Murphy when Eddie Murphy was the biggest comedian in the world. He curses too much. This is bad for society. That's what iDubbbz is now. A former YouTube genius. That all he's got is criticism, like lame criticism for anybody, and just absolutely humorless. And I guess if you married a broad like that, it would make you humorless pretty fucking quick. You know, like, oh my god. Talk about somebody, like, you know, like, I used to think that cuck stuff was off the fucking mark. But he does come off as somebody who likes to be dominated at very least. Like, holy shit. What a jerk off.
Yeah, he got decimated in that fucking fight with the doc, and like the thing is, like in the middle of it, they changed the way that the rounds went. All of a sudden, they were like, "Oh no, we're gonna do," because originally it was going to be 4 3-minute rounds, right? So 12 minutes total. Okay. And then after the first 2 rounds got called short, they like literally cut them off by like a minute or longer. Really? And then they changed it to the last. Now we're gonna have these 3 rounds be 2 minutes.
They're probably worried about him getting killed.
Yeah, because he's an
Why did he
idiot.
fight
But
Experience?
also he realizes that he promised people a match, and for him to be the main event and then to go down instantly like a bitch would have been like the biggest disappointment, and people would have wanted their money back because he just like, or people would have just like lost even more respect for them. I mean, if they had any left.
I don't know. I just like, I can't like. iDubbbz is cool because he's a rebel, and this is a guy that wears a fucking mask in the passenger seat as the driver orders fucking a Big Mac, and he's not even facing somebody. He's facing a fucking
He's the guy that
intercom.
gets sensitive about a woman being like being made fun of online for like being basically an e-whore.
Yeah, I know, and like you have to wonder about all of it. You know, I stuck up from that with that too. Like, just like those were jokes, so maybe he doesn't feel that's like. I will say this, iDubbbz. Oh, you said all these horrible things about women, and I took them literally, and therefore you stabbed me in the back. Well, I thought that was fucking stupid, and there are those guys out there. I think it's more like iDubbbz. You fucking made it, and you're pulling up the ladder in front of everybody. That's my issue with iDubbbz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, like I make fun of, I fucking make jokes about fucking minorities and women too. I don't fucking mean any of them. And I gotta be honest with you, iDubbbz, call me crazy. I don't think when you said the N-word, you meant it. Like, I thought it was a joke to expose this girl as being a fucking grandstanding cunt. You know, kind of like you are now, a grandstanding cunt. And so much so that you've just devolved into a dishonest journalist that tried to pin this because you believe the meme that Sam is this ultra right fucking wing leader, which he's not. He's fucking just a comic that embraced that fucking edginess at one time and has moved on beyond it. But you wanted to peg him as this poor soul, this big loser that used to have it all. Somebody you used to admire. You know, and that's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do to him. You're going to try to make fucking Sam Hyde a lolcow. And instead, that's what he did to you because he's a better comedian and he's more creative than you. The only difference is he jumped on a bandwagon that the Young Turks had a problem with. Mm-hmm. Well, Sam Hyde's fans are completely fucking nuts, but that's a different story.
At least the show itself was entertaining altogether.
It was probably the best
at the very least
event I've seen.
Yeah, well, it was good. It was good.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad. I was when Dave told me, like, you know, he took a beating, but he didn't back down. Which, look, it takes a lot to step in the ring. I'm not going to take that away from you. Nobody can take that away from iDubbbz. But the fact that, like, why would you care if somebody has Sam Hyde stuff? You asked for that, dude. You're like you're like the WWE in the '90s when they took fucking Goldberg signs away from people. Or Jim Dolan in the Madison Square Garden when somebody has a problem with the Knicks and they wear a T-shirt, they throw the guy out for life.
I felt from the outset of the match, fucking iDubbbz was nervous about it. Oh, he was like extremely nervous. I saw that when in the way that he like came up to the ring, he was so terse before like even like when they interviewed him, like he just barely any response to like the questions
that had
he
the
was getting.
same experience level that he did. Like, doesn't that make much more sense? I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I mean, he knew going in. I feel like he knew going in. He had to know he was going in. He was going to lose, and it's ironic because you have like Anissa, like his, his wife over here, being like, "No, he's not in poor shape. No, this is him. He's just like bulking before he's going to cut, and he's going to do really well. He's not going to be like Deji or whatever, and take an L." And it's like, okay, but He did get the shit beaten out of him.
Do you think he took the fight because he really thought he could, because he's an egomaniac and he thought he could beat somebody with more boxing experience, having never been in a fight?
I think I don't know if he really believed he could win. I really don't. I think on some level he understood, like, okay, well, this is the one guy I can get to like fight me and to like not make it look rigged, right? And this guy, okay, wait, this guy is like a lot more experienced than me. I don't know how. I don't think he. I really don't think that he expected to win. I don't think like
so
rationally.
He just wanted to fight so bad he didn't care if he lost. This type of thing.
You know what the funniest part of that night was, though?
Yeah.
Airsoft Fatty did the national anthem, and he fucked up 3 times and had to start over.
Shocking.
That was
It was hilarious.
See, a funnier version of iDubbbz would have found that funny and wouldn't have cared. But iDubbbz is probably really upset, and he said, "Airsoft Fatty, you are out of my life."
I'll say iDubbbz looked upset too when he was getting he was getting just rolled by Dr. Mike, and Dr. Mike was having a great time of it. He was smiling, he was like laughing about it. He was like, "Oh," because in his head he's like, this guy is this guy's a scrappy motherfucker, and he's gonna be like so tenacious. He's gonna keep going until I just straight up knock him unconscious.
Yeah, well, I wish you would have.
I wish he would have too, but hey, they had to change the rounds to 2 minutes.
People think it's easy to knock people out. It's not, man.
It's not easy.
Your comments on this fight are trash, bro. What was iDubbbz supposed to do? Like, oh, I'm getting punched in the fucking face. My nose is broke. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, that's a good point, Willie.
He's looking pissed when he's getting drilled in the face.
No, he was
afterwards,
The doctor was prescribing hammers to his skull, bro.
I think part of it is he was looking pissed, like he did not expect that Dr. Mike was really going to be that good. He didn't. I think he underestimated the 10 years advantage of like experience.
Is he stupid?
I don't know why. What would make you think that?
Like, is he really that stupid? I don't see. That contradicts what you said before, AC. Yeah. This is the one guy that would fight him.
It's really. I can see where you're coming from, where you think it's like he had such an ego that he thought.
I don't know that for a fact. I'm just throwing that out there. By the way, I'm not going to die by that statement.
If I were to do a YouTube fight, I think it would be absolutely fucking hilarious to fight someone that's way more experienced than me and just get fucking absolutely drilled. Right? I think that's hysterical. I don't know how he survived that fight.
But is that what he was doing? Because that doesn't seem like he looked like he wanted. Like the way he was talking going into it, looked like he wanted to win.
Yeah, I think he wanted to win, but I think he knew he was the underdog.
He fought like he wanted.
Maybe
like
he only got it.
Like he wanted to win.
Well, it is so funny about this thing because he had multiple opportunities to fight, and then he certainly could have fought in 2017 when this fucking little bit was hot, like red hot. He would have been top of the card if he went to he could have got involved with KSI Logan Paul back in 2017 like that. It does feel like he missed the train a little bit in this one. You know
Part of it, I think, is like he was, when he first started talking about this shit, he was ready to go in against Rice Gum. He wasn't ready to go in against Dr. Mike. Yeah. I mean, that's just like what.
It's one of those things too, dude, where it's like I would like to do a YouTube boxing thing at some point, but I wouldn't do it fucking now because I'm just so out of shape and I'm not looking to get to fucking.
He's been working out for the past 2 years.
With this shit right now, you know.
He's been working out with the past 2 years for this shit. I mean, I think it's
no, it was only since
I don't think it's
arrogance
right? in that sense. I think it was like nobody will fight me, and maybe he's like Colossal's crazy. He can fucking not make a video for fucking 6 years, come back and get 1 million views. And maybe he thought he was that guy, you know. But
I mean, do you think he knew about Dr. Mike before he, like challenged him or like got him to fill that card?
He knew he was an experienced fighter. Yeah. He knew.
I think he just wanted somebody with a lot of subs, AC. That's all it was.
He wanted to fight. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, I mean,
Dr. Mike's huge.
Yeah, I mean, if he's a huge YouTuber, yeah, that makes sense, right? But like, it's like with Rice Gum, the way he was prepared to just fucking like have an easy W over Rice Gum. Like at the start.
I would too. Rice Gum was the one that messaged him asking to fight, bro. I would also be like, okay, fine, let's do this shit.
And then he gets Dr. Mike, and Dr. Mike's an experienced guy, and he's like, oh, fuck, I have to take this seriously now. Oh, fuck, I have to actually train, and, this guy's going to give me a real fucking challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to interrupt you, though, but I think a former member of Shot from the Point is in waiting to call, and he hasn't made an appearance at anything Shot from the Point in 2 years, and he hasn't been on this show in almost 4. I don't know if it's him or not. Ladies and gentlemen. Tobes.
Hey!
Toby?
Hi.
There he is! It's him! This will be for the old heads.
How have you been?
How are you, buddy? How you been?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
I can't complain. Doctor told me not to be fat, and I don't have cancer.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. Both.
Yeah,
things.
Tommy needed a doctor to tell him to stop being fat and work out, bro. I could have told you this shit.
I mean, it's not like the chat tells him that every show.
Well, yeah. It's not that. It's just
the
like
fucking YouTube comments could have prescribed you that one.
Chat also tells him to stop being late, and he doesn't fucking fix that.
I mean, it's like you can probably like see the left ventricle slamming.
Tommy was hearing this for years, and he's like, you know what? I really need a professional opinion on this one before I'm gonna do it.
Well, some people put them on the chat if you remember Tobes. Yeah, I see some people. Carpino, fucking Toxic, of course. Lizard's been with me since hockey days. Yeah, there's some folks that seem to remember your time here. How you been? Like,
that's unfortunate for you guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, poor you. I know you've been playing a lot of fucking. What are you doing with your life these days? Like, tell what you can.
Well, not really much. I've been doing the uni grind, playing Apex like crazy.
I know you're playing Apex like a madman.
And that's mainly it.
How much more time do you have in school?
I graduate next semester.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how old are you now?
I turned 23 in June.
23 in June. Jesus Christ. And you've been around since what? You're 17, 18?
I was around 17 years old. I was here.
Jesus Christ. What are your plans after you get that degree?
Hopefully just move. Like that's the most sensible thing I could do, and it seems to be the only option I have. So.
Europe or America?
Europe. It's like I've narrowed it down to either Berlin or Glasgow, but nothing too concrete at the moment.
You're better off. Why would you move to a poor fucking shithole and then like there's no choice? It's Berlin. That's your.
That's true. The problem is the language, and if I want a job there, it's going to be a problem.
And it's easier to get a job in Scotland, really?
Yes, it is. The university was doing like a fucking company showcase for companies abroad and shit like that. And there's a marketing company in Scotland, and I study marketing, so.
Well, the thing is,
like the obvious. Like, plus, I know people there.
The people are dude. It's a great country as far as the people are concerned, but they're kind of impoverished. Like people talk about it. They're not. It's not. They're all working class. They're not.
No, I know people who live in Scotland, who live in Glasgow specifically. It's like changed for the past 5 years.
Has it? Has it gotten better for them? Jesus.
Yeah.
They wanted to break off.
It seems really good. Dude, there.
It's beautiful. The people are a lot of fun, a lot of great. But like most Scottish I know, there's a lot of alcoholism and heroin and poverty. And it's especially in Glasgow.
Those are all stereotypes. I fear.
Of course, they're Irish stereotypes too. But I've been to Ireland. And I've seen the fucking, the heroin.
Well,
I've seen the heroin, and I've seen the fucking,
firsthand.
I mean, I haven't been to Scotland. I'm only comparing them to the Irish because there is some similarities there. Except, you know what it is? A Scot is just a cheap Irishman. The thing is, like, an Irishman is kind enough.
I think it's the other way around.
The Irish are cheap? No. God. Scots are the cheapest people going. Fucking get some fucking acidic Jew in Brooklyn.
There's nothing wrong with being gay.
Get some acidic Jew in Brooklyn is like, that guy's cheap. Yeah, McNamara, that's a cheap fuck. All right. Well, it's good to hear from you again. Do you have anything to bring to the table?
I was like the fight thing. I didn't watch it, but I watched some highlights and some and some shit. I liked Harley Morenstein's fight and the promo he cut on Dr. Disrespect after. And I saw snippets of the iDubbbz Dr. Mike fight. I also saw the interview Dr. Mike did with Philip DeFranco after, and it seems like. From what I've watched from your show, it's like there's such a disconnect between how you're viewing this event and how the event is perceived by the participants.
Yeah, I suppose, but it's just the only thing I'm really I didn't watch the fight. I was sick. But the way I'm more concerned about the banning of fucking Sam Hyde merch. That's the thing. I'm viewing this as a fallen fucking YouTube icon that is now wearing a mask in the passenger seat as the guy who's driving the car is ordering food over an intercom. That's what I'm viewing it as. Like this is Bill Cosby in the 80s bitching about Howard Stern and Eddie Murphy, guys that are superior, that are funny now, and Bill Cosby used to be funny. That's what I'm looking at it as. As far as the fight's concerned, I have nothing but admiration for anybody that steps in the ring and takes a beating like a man. You know, I'll give him that. But as far as like what iDubbbz has become, it's pathetic and what a jerk off. You know, just
I
because,
disagree. I really like the new iDubbbz in my
opinion.
I don't know. There's something about him that's more nuanced in his presentation.
Oh, yeah, there's some more nuance. No, that's what he's projecting. There's no nuance in there. He's fucking. He's very simply virtue signaling his crap.
He's
on
a lot more
else.
normie now, for sure.
He's just a total normie. There's no nuance there. That's the excuse. That's the stuff.
No, that's the
stuff that Bill Cosby used to say back in the 90s when he'd piss and moan about. He's like, "Well, my comedy's more sophisticated." No, it's not. You're a fucking jerk off. You're not funny anymore. It happens to everybody. By the way, Dan Aykroyd went through this too because he was bitching and moaning about all the shows not being socially conscious in the 90s. And I remember Howard Stern doing a bit on him. Remember when Dan Aykroyd used to be funny? And he was, but he wasn't anymore. So it's just like, you know, when an athlete retires and he's in his 40s, he's like, yeah, not in my day. That's what iDubbbz is. It's fucking a joke. It's pathetic. Now, I'm not saying that people don't change and you can change your comedy. But when you change your comedy, it doesn't work like it used to, and you thumb your nose at other people. I think that's a little different than just evolving. I think evolving is the cop-out. Tobes?
I don't see it as a cop-out. I don't know. It's just maybe the new content appeals to me more than it appeals to you.
Like do you like the squirrels? Is that the the
Bro, the squirrels was sick. So. Don't diss the squirrel. That was fine.
I enjoyed the Sam Hyde.
What about I'm not a cuck and I don't care if you think so? Was that the thing? Or what about defending his girlfriend? Not even as hard as fucking John Lennon did.
I have a question, Film Oddities. What do you think about Sam Hyde?
Oh, he hates him.
I don't know much about him past the documentary stuff.
Honestly, okay, what do you think of? What do you think of him from the documentary? Because you liked it.
He seems like a creep. Honestly, like that's.
But you know, that creep.
Let
me ask you something. What makes him more of a creep? He fucking tried to set up Sam Hyde as this poor soul that used to be funny, and he was going to exploit and take care of that as he was some kind of lolcow. And it turned out that iDubbbz was the lolcow when it was all said and done. Like, why would you go into somebody that you used to admire? Why would you go to that to somebody you used to admire and exploit the situation? You know, it's not airsoft. Like, Sam Hyde's not airsoft fatty. And he got it into his mind that he was. Why would he think that?
I don't know. I'm not as involved as you guys.
I know you're
background
not.
stuff.
Maybe is it possible? Is it possible, Tobes, that he's an egomaniac?
Probably. It's possible for every content creator to be an egomaniac.
I missed you.
As a guy that watched both like early iDubbbz and Sam Hyde stuff, I can tell you that it looks a lot different than what you have, which is a very one-sided view of it. Because it's, of course, you're literally going to iDubbbz to get that view of who Sam Hyde is. And
I don't even think the way iDubbbz portrayed Sam Hyde was even bad.
No, I think he was going to.
Maybe.
I think it was pretty apparent. He bought the fucking girlfriend.
I would have bought it, dude. She sold it like crazy.
Yeah, he was good though. But I mean,
he sold them. He fucking got a dentist office and like 20 people.
Yeah, I'll never forget iDubbbz's word when he found out. I'm so mad at you.
You see, the minutia of all of this, like I've so unplugged.
There's got to be somebody you admire. That used to admire that sucks now. There's got to be somebody you used to admire. I mean, I've been disappointed by so many people over the years, people that have entertained me to points where I never thought. I mean, everybody falls off. That's different. You know, like their act gets old. But there's got to be somebody that's disappointed you as far as just
on YouTube.
No, not even politics. Don't like politics. They're just not as good as they used to be. They just don't have it anymore. The it factor's not there. There's got to be somebody, whether it's in YouTube or movies or music or anything. There's got to be like one guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're asking me for an example to give?
Yes.
All right, let's get roasted by the chat. Dave Chappelle. I don't think he's funny anymore.
Of course. You go for the nuclear option.
Very
Well, Tobes decided to do Dennis Rodman in 1987. If Larry Bird was a black player, he would be average. That's what Tobes just said right now. That's what you just said.
It's just to me, like I have my opinions, but to put it simply, it just doesn't appeal to me anymore. I guess it's the same way with you and iDubbbz. You know, it's someone you admire, and then their work never appeals to you anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah. In fairness, you're not like you're not pearl, or you're hiding your pearl clutch here, are you?
No. My opinion is more nuanced, Tommy.
Give me the John Swan please. I need a John Swan Yeah. Okay.
Wouldn't you think though, because you say you're unplugged from all of this at this point, wouldn't you think that maybe like that also contributes to why you have like very little problem with like iDubbbz newer stuff?
Probably.
Or you enjoy it more.
Tobes used to totally became a normie.
Everybody who's plugged in is like listening to fucking what iDubbbz says, and they're like, "You're wrong. You're a retard. Shut up. Fuck you."
I mean, dude, I think the only thing, like, I'm only disappointed in iDubbbz from how he's just gone ahead and just been like, yeah, all my old stuff, I don't know if I stand by that. Leafy, he was asking for it, all this shit, right? Yeah. Like, I don't really like that part of him.
And what did Leafy? Oh, by the way, what did Leafy say when iDubbbz Leafy video came down? And who fucking got the quote? Me. He said, that sucks. It's terrible. It was a good video, or whatever the fuck he put out. That's gracious to me. And Leafy's insane. I'll completely admit he's fucking totally nuts, right? He was gracious. And you compared iDubbbz reaction to Leafy.
Leafy did run over a security guard in Vegas.
That he's really not grounded anymore, and he's an egomaniac. That he's just had too much dopamine over the years. And God, for some way he deserved it because he was just fucking amazing. But I do remember a time a couple years ago with some jerk-offs on Twitter saying they had a picture of Max Mofo, iDubbbz, Filthy Frank, and fucking what's his name?
Anything for views.
Yeah, who just followed me back recently. I can't believe it. I don't even know why. Hey, Chad, how you been? Like they're saying these guys set culture back fucking 10 years. And I'm thinking, no, they just took it away from the angle it was going. They changed direction. That was funny stuff. It was completely unique stuff. You know, and then what we've had is people, a bunch of people coming on and infiltrating the corporation saying, no, you can't do that anymore. You can only be funny under this rule set, where it was like there was no rule set at one time. And I just like, I don't know. Why'd you become a normie, Tobes?
I don't know. It's just I grew out of it, bro. I just grew out of it.
That's okay. Yeah, I guess you grew out. Well, that's probably true.
No, Tobes, stay in high school forever. Like me.
I did.
CopperCab is mad at you right now, Tommy.
What?
CopperCab and that his like wife's fat ass that he posted on Twitter.
Hey, Copper, your wife hasn't called me yet. She hasn't called me in a whole week. Where is he? Got the fucking?
I might have it. He says he's in Scotland. He said he just landed to meet Dankula, and he's mad that you're talking shit about. He's got a guest role. Can he just come in?
I just pulled him.
I know, but if he has the Android glitch, then he could just.
I could have just joined, but I'm respectful, and I don't like to just like interrupt a call or a conversation.
All right, what are you doing? Okay. It's like
I'm talking to Tommy.
How's she doing?
Your wife doing dishes.
Are you?
Hey, Tommy.
Why are you coming over here?
Do you mind keeping Scotland out of your fucking trap? You piece of fucking shit. I am so fucking tired of your bullshit.
Get his ass.
You know what? I hope you get mugged. I hope you get mugged in Glasgow.
Big words for a small fucking minded fool like you, Tommy.
I hope you get mugged.
He's a maniac, and he kind of deserves it. I mean, all the great shit he put out, and now he's just a lame law cow trying to make Sam Hyde
dude, shut the fuck up. You're talking about iDubbbz like he's your fucking ex, and you can't let go of him. Shut your fucking mouth. I'm not joking, Tommy. You might think I'm kidding. I'm not, dude. Why don't you stop being an envious, jealous, white fucking male and make something about yourself instead of criticizing other people who are out here making awesome documentaries and starting Creator Clash? Go fuck yourself, Tommy.
Ricky Berwick?
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Tommy.
He actually makes
I just want to remind you that the alt-right whipped your ass, literally.
Go fuck yourself, you German fucking prick.
Who is
You know
that?
what, CopperCab? I hope you stand in front of Leafy while he's driving his car.
If I see one more misogynistic tweet on your fucking Twitter, I'll beat their ass in the next Creator Clash.
I'm not a misogynist. How would I get? How would I get along so well with your wife if I hated women? I mean, come on.
You, Ricky, and fuck you, Tommy. Shut
By the
your
way-
fucking mouth.
By the way, keep an eye on our
Sorry
tickets.
for
It's a
calling
really,
you little, Ricky.
it's a
You're not
really
little, but
cheap
you-
flight from
you have a
Scotland to
thinking
Frankfurt.
head. I need to knock you down a fucking peg. What you said, Tommy?
It's a really cheap flight from Glasgow to Frankfurt. You know, I just make sure. Just
I flew
double
Spirit.
check your wife's ticket. That's all I'm gonna
I'm not
say.
loaded like you, Tommy.
Double check your wife's ticket. That's all I gotta say.
I had to hire a fucking plane like fucking Titanic. Let me explain something to you.
Sure.
Okay?
Listen.
I didn't fly in the first class. You're a first class fucking cocksucking asshole.
Oh wait! Whoa!
And by the way, I'm meeting
You
with
hate
Tom James
LGBTQ
tonight
people,
because we're
you
arranging a fucking
cocksucker?
a mud wrestling match in Glasgow. Let me tell you something, you piece of shit.
How come when it was time for you to stand up in a boxing match, the alt-right literally whipped your ass? Gavin McInnes whooped your ass.
Gavin McInnes, you fucking Jason
lost to the
McInnes.
Nazis.
You lost to the Nazis.
McInnes actually cheated. Okay, my hands were double wrapped. If you shut your white mouth up for 5 fucking seconds and let a minority talk. I'm a minority, Tommy.
Yeah.
Listen,
Why are you a minority? Is it because you're a ginge?
He's a mental minority because he's
fucking
retarded.
ginger, and you don't say
A
the G
fate
word.
worse than death.
You don't say the G word.
Ginge is the G word.
Yeah,
No, it's
ginger,
jigga.
an anagram of another word.
I'm sick of your
My jigga.
such a cock doctor. Tommy, you want to fight? Because I'll beat your ass too.
I
dude.
can't. I have diverticulitis. I
Can
can't fight
someone
anyway.
ban this uppity ginger already?
Yeah, shut the fucking
Yeah.
Ladies and
What's
gentlemen,
with
verse,
the-
everybody.
You're like, dude, you know what? Boogie2988 is tougher than you. He doesn't have excuses. You know what he does? He's working out right now. He's trying to get results. He's actually doing something with his health.
He's fighting
quit.
Sam
What are you
Hyde.
doing, Tommy?
He's fighting Sam
smoking
Hyde,
weed?
please. I just hope Sam doesn't kill him. You know?
Weed is good for you, actually, CopperCab.
Hey,
I know
by the
you're
way,
a
why
fucking
you talking shit
bigot.
about Sam? Hey, you shut the fuck up. Why is Sam Hyde? Why are you talking shit about Sam Hyde?
What? I don't know. I don't know. I
Wait,
mean,
who's talking shit
why,
about Sam
why,
Hyde?
why would Sam Hyde? I actually wonder why Sam Hyde would want to fight Boogie. I mean, that doesn't impress me terribly. I'll be honest with you.
To kill him.
Yeah,
Now you're condoning violence.
The sacrifice.
good point.
Typical white males, whatever, dude. Listen.
Yeah, well, this is not a safe space for you, you fucking libtard.
I
Why don't
gotta
you
be
go
honest
out of
with
here,
you.
snowflake?
Okay,
Go
first of
fuck
all,
yourself
no,
with
it's
your
hard.
plastic
That's literally
dildo.
making fun of disabled people. Do you honestly understand? I'm verified on Twitter. I can literally cancel you. Are you?
What are you,
insane?
sexually disabled? You can't
So-
put a
Do you
dildo
know
up
that
your
I'm
ass
actually
now?
verified on Twitter and I can tweet and I can get you fucking
Verified to
canceled.
what? Suck cock?
Look, CopperCab, it's an absolute pleasure to meet a minority ginger such as yourself, but I'm going to get going.
All right, Willie.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Been
I'm gonna-
real.
I'm gonna-
No one asked you. No one asked. I don't care. I don't care if it's your honor or dishonor or what the fuck ever. I really don't give a shit because you don't have any effect on me in any way, shape, or form. So shut your fucking mouth. If you're not out here in the streets like I am, trying to, bring down the fucking patriarchy and the white male dominant.
CopperCab. I heard better acting from McJuggernuggets.
Acting, you little shit. I'll beat your fucking ass, Ricky. You shut your fucking mouth.
What's going on?
Ricky tried to come in there with acting with it.
Shut up, Simon Cowell, one of the ass
CopperCab, are you
bitch.
coming after
Shut your fucking
a
mouth.
disabled person right
What?
now? Are you telling a disabled person how they should be feeling right now? Are you?
I'm telling Ricky fucking dumbass Berwick how he should be feeling. He's a little bitch, and I'll beat his ass too.
I'm not the one out of breath right now, yelling my ass off, sitting down. Shut the fuck up.
No, that's Tommy.
How is someone who can't even walk in better shape than you? How is someone in better shape than you who can't even walk? Doesn't even make any fucking
Good question.
Okay, wow. Dude, you really just went there?
Where's that Netflix special, dude?
Where's the sound effect?
Special? Did it get canceled? Like Amber Heard?
Shut the fuck!
I think he broke his phone.
Ricky Berwick versus CopperCab creator clash.
I already told you, by the way, Ricky, I'm not going on Netflix. They put on Dave fucking Chappelle on Netflix, and I'm glad he got hit. Whoa. Be held accountable for their fucking actions. Words are weapons.
So you have a problem with Netflix?
Germany? Hey, Tommy, what happened with Hitler? What happened with Hitler in Germany?
I wasn't here.
You say words can't hurt people? Oh, they can fucking hurt people, asshole.
He killed Jews.
He didn't kill Jews with words.
Yes.
I'm glad Chappelle got fucking punched.
Oh,
He
really?
was another lick to the fucking
Are you really in Scotland?
You know that.
Copper, are you really in Scotland?
They, them pronouns. What'd you say?
Are you really in Scotland?
Okay, I don't know why your smug ass is laughing.
Are you really in Scotland? Are you with your wife in Scotland? You guys, are you coming? Are you going to swing over here? Seriously,
dude, I'm in
Scotland. His wife, that's his sister. That's his sister.
We can't beat my ass now. You got to give me. I got great news. I don't have a tumor in my kidney. I can actually start working out.
No, shut the fuck up, Tommy. What are you talking about my sister for, Ricky? I asked you a question.
Why did you post your fat ass on Twitter?
Sorry, the only thing that echoes through my brain is your old videos, dude. That's the only thing good you got.
Ricky, literally shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you.
When you had hair.
About my sister.
When you had hair.
You don't talk about my
Remember
sister.
when you had hair?
That's terrible.
Ricky, you're not gonna own me. You don't own me. You're not even that fucking cool.
I
dude.
made you go quiet for like 10 seconds just now.
You're afraid to fucking dude. I have been doing things on the internet for over a decade, Ricky. You're over here trying to make a penis measuring contest when there is no contest between us. Okay, I'm very proud of my. It's
How long have you been on the internet making content? How long? How long? What year?
I'm sorry?
What year?
What are you
did you
talking
start
about?
making content?
In 2010.
You're a fucking noob, dude. I started content in 2006. Suck my fucking dick.
Yeah.
CopperCab, you fell off.
But CopperCab did blow up after his first video.
You fell off.
You fell off. Plus L plus.
Yeah. Wait, you fell off and gravity hits that pretty damn hard.
Is that he's been doing YouTube longer and had
No,
less
I
success.
never fell
How is
off.
that
I'm
an
a
own?
fucking icon. I'm a legend. Okay, there's a difference. I actually have classics under my belt. All your videos.
Yeah,
are
you're right.
unforgettable.
Falling
All
off
of
implies
y'all's
you'd have to
content
climb up.
is literally fucking spoon-fed TV bullshit.
You have one fucking
I've actually
classic.
been on
Guess what?
television.
Guess
I've
what?
actually
At
had a
least my
TV
classic
series.
video
You know what?
is
I've been on
delicious.
South Park.
All right?
I've been
It
on
comes
Cars.
from my fucking ass. You want the cookie? You want the fucking cookie? Come over here. Go get the fucking cookie out of my fucking ass.
Sounds like you're eating the cookie.
I can see where he's chewing and
He didn't run away. He crawled away. Can we at least?
It's good to be back. Little, but, sorry for that, but still. I mean, people try to always say like, "Oh my God, LOL, you fell off." LOL, like that's the lamest.
I'm not done.
Fucking new age little noob bull. You talk about calling people a noob. Hey, you fell off. You fell off. Irrelevant. Yeah, Michael Jackson.
I didn't say you fell off.
Michael
Did those
Jackson
words
fell
come out
on
of
the
my
fucking
fucking
radio
mouth?
today.
Those
Oh, who gets that shit
generic
about Michael
words
Jackson?
come out of my
CopperCab, he
fucking
didn't
mouth,
say you fell
motherfucker.
off. CopperCab, he didn't say you fell off.
There's a difference between
CopperCab, I think you should. CopperCab, let's keep this clean. Look, CopperCab, he didn't say. CopperCab, he didn't say you fell off.
Why that doesn't bother? I'm saying like, the people that think that bothers me. That's
I said you fell off.
I don't care what you deem memorable or not. That's you, Ricky. That's you. You have this like ego complex where you're like you feel like you need to try to belittle me or something.
Compared yourself to Michael Jackson.
That doesn't work though, Ricky. I've dealt with much tougher and much more offensive people.
You did kind of fall
Okay, I
off.
literally went to Gavin in New York City, the founder of Vice. You might know who he is. I don't care if you do or don't, but the point is, People don't bother me. People have been harassing me for over a decade online. Have said every insult under the fucking sun. None of them.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over your shit ass fucking cock, dude. What's that?
Shit ass.
Are you coming to Germany for
very
real?
Creative, Ricky.
Copper, are you coming
you
here?
have it in your fucking mouth right now.
What'd you say, Tommy?
My wife wants to meet your wife. Are you coming here to Germany?
There will be no fucking three-way. There will be no.
No. There's gonna be no. Well, not with you. We're sending you out. My wife wants to meet your wife.
Parents' basement.
Don't talk about. Dude, my parents are both deceased, Ricky.
No.
Shut your fucking mouth.
No, they're not.
Okay. Actually, my mom passed away when I was 12, and my dad died of COVID not even a couple years ago, and I don't even remember the last thing I said.
Okay, so when's you? When's you? You're next, right?
So don't talk about my fucking parents, you little prick!
Are you coming over? Are you coming over here? Is there any chance you guys can swing over here?
Fuck you, Ricky, and fuck you, Tommy C, you white male piece of shit. And by the way, I'm not racist towards white males, just so we're all clear.
Yeah.
I like white
You're
males.
the white male capital of the fucking universe over there in Glasgow.
Yeah, you're the biggest cracker here, CopperCab.
Okay, don't you ever fucking call me a cracker again.
Yeah, guess what? You're a cracker and you're a ginger.
Saltine cracker, baby.
And you literally just dropped a hard R. Are you fucking
snow
kidding me right
monkey, mayo monkey motherfucker.
Yeah, ham sandwich race motherfucker.
You know what? You know, I don't need this. I really don't need this.
Somebody wrote in the
y'all
chat, cracker cab.
This is beneath me. I don't understand this.
Answer me. Are you a house ginger or a field ginger?
Oh my gosh! Did you really just fucking say that?
What, house ginger?
My giga.
Yeah. Come on, show some.
You're too uppity to be a house ginger.
To a
I know
living
that
fucking
much.
legend. Show some respect.
This is literally all. Yeah,
He's a busy individual. He's going to stream to 30 people here shortly. He has things to do, people to see.
Yeah, bro.
I'm a legend. Okay, you show me some fucking respect.
You get a bigger audience if you actually drove a CopperCab, you motherfucker.
Saltine mayo monkey ginger. Alpha Ross. Thank you, sir. Cracker cab. I like that.
You know, y'all have like the IQ of like some really stupid teenagers.
What makes
like,
you so
"Hey,
smart?
What
makes you so
like,
smart?
It's like the lamest, low-hanging fruit. No effort, no IQ needed.
Not
It's such
sophisticated
stupid
like you.
shit.
But it's
I don't remember any of your
Like
content
Michael
being
Jackson's
sophisticated.
on
If
the
I
radio.
stand
But
correctly,
people
you know?
remember, but people know Michael Jackson. Like the weekend. Oh, the new thing is Justin Bieber. Like y'all are so fucking corny.
How come Dangle is a ginger? He's so much cooler than you. Why is that?
I'm not cringing, but it's cringeworthy.
You want to talk about low-hanging fruit? You are a low-hanging fruit.
Dangle is
Okay,
Dangle's a
excuse me?
ginger, right?
No, I'm not.
Your head's a cantaloupe.
And by the way, I'm bisexual, so you can't call me a fruit. That's actually a hate crime. So
Yeah, Dangle is Dangle is a ginger. How come he's so much cooler than you? He's one of the good ones, unlike you.
No,
You're
I'm never
mean and
coming on.
loud and
You know what?
uppity.
Sorry if I insult anybody. I shouldn't have called Ricky little, whatever. I don't need to do that. I don't need to, to lower myself to any level because I'm high. Well, I'm not high. I don't smoke weed. Weed is bad. But you know, the point is you know what? I don't. Sorry if I've insulted anybody. I'm gonna be cool here. Sorry if I've insulted anybody. I'm
Shut up. Fuck you.
Getting out of here. I don't need this. Y'all are fucking haters.
Get
No,
the
no, I'm
fuck
not
out of
sorry.
here,
No, I'm
dude.
sorry.
Fuck
I'm not gonna-
you.
I'm neither sorry nor not sorry. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm leaving, y'all. Y'all are pricks. Peace.
Call me later.
God, you always
All
have
right.
to speak to a falling legend.
Jesus
Dumb
Christ.
son of a bitch.
You ever see his sister? She's hot.
That's a prime example.
Yeah, she is.
I want to touch that family with a stick.
What? Well,
I mean, he kind of touched.
he touches his family every night. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't shoot them from
I don't
a
know. She
distance. Are
seems
you
to be
kidding me?
really into me. So how good could their relationship be? I mean, to be honest with you. I mean, really.
CopperCab says he's never coming on the show again. Don't ask.
Good.
But your wife's still coming over. I
Thank
told you
God.
it's a cheap flight to Frankfurt.
Yeah, it's too late to cancel those tickets. I mean,
Yeah.
How much of that autism was a work and how much of it was a shoot?
It's all a fucking
To be
shoot.
that
It's
retarded
CopperCab.
as an act all the time, you got to be a little bit real retarded. you know
it's
what I'm saying?
all real. Yeah, I
I
understand.
know. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking.
It's all real. There's no. What I mean, you think it's all wrestling. You think it's all kayfabe. I don't know what
What do you
world you're
think?
living in.
What do you think? He's like normal when the cameras are off. You think he's like
Yeah.
just like doing normal stuff when
Well,
it's on?
that's why I'm asking.
Thought.
Like,
you think he's like? You think he's like really thoughtful and smart? No, of course not. If Tommy rails his wife, it'd be an upgrade. Upgrade for her. Yeah. You imagine going from CopperCab. I fuck YouTubers. I fucked CopperCab and Tommy C.
From one
I know,
fat fuck to another.
She went from a guy who fell off to a guy who's falling off. Honestly, it's still a step up.
Yeah, she went from 300 pounds to 270. Gee, big improvement.
Oh,
this new guy's a tenth, 1/10 lighter than the last guy.
All right. You think we should call it? I think that's probably the most we're going to get out of this.
Yeah, I got the donation of the day, by the way.
Oh, can you send it? Donation of the day. I want to thank fucking Toby for coming back, Reunite with Verse, fucking Ricky, CopperCab, everybody coming in, all these YouTube legends coming in. I do appreciate it. Give me a real laugh. I actually
YouTube legend.
What's that? Of course he's a YouTube. Come on, you got to.
He fell off.
He is a YouTube legend. You got to give him that. He did Ginger's House Don't Have Souls or whatever it was. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Or whatever it was. Yes, exactly. He made
I think it was that funny.
Remember those videos?
Yeah, just like a real
he's
legend.
a YouTube legend just because he gets on your show. Come on, Tommy. Come on.
Oh, come on. No. He's a YouTuber. He did a fucking. He got a goddamn. Well, all right. He got a TV show and a South Park episode. And one of the biggest hit videos in the country. That's
the cast of the show. The cast of the show is like the Harlem Globetrotters, but if they're all retarded.
Well, that might be true.
It's like we're watching these games.
CopperCab's a legend. I don't give a fuck, man. CopperCab's a legend. He's total legend. Ricky's a fucking legend too. Put a cookie in his ass and ate it. I'll never forget that. Right? He said, like, Ricky comes and goes, "Hey, Tommy, do you think this is too much?" And I'm like, "Yes." Don't post that. He's like, "I already did." I'm like, "Then why'd you ask me?"
You're the first one that saw
I
it.
was the first one that saw it. I'm like, "Don't post." I already posted it. Why would you ask me for an optics check and not even wait for me to respond?
hey, Tommy, optics check. Here's a cookie coming out my asshole. What do you think?
If you would have said yes, I would have liked second guess, man.
Well, you know what it was. You know what I was thinking when I saw it. I knew it was funny, but if I remember correctly, that was 2017. I think it was right after like all the PewDiePie stuff. So like, I don't think anybody really knew where they stood. So like, it was definitely. I think I even said to you like, it was totally awesome for 1996. You know, but I don't know about now. You know, but I was wrong. It worked. So you're fucking. How many subs you got? 1 million? Fuck. What do I know?
3 million.
Sorry.
He's so popular, doesn't even count anymore.
How many subs you got?
I also
13.1 million on TikTok. So.
I remember there was actually a time when we were competing, like, and I was ahead of him for a minute for Twitter, and he would bust my nuts. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna catch me. He's got 3 million. And well, how many you got on Twitter?
Wait, so you were unironically competing with like a fucking
I was
homunculus?
Well, I got the thing. Well, I got to admit, like, I got the baited thing, and he's like, I'm going to beat you. I'm like, no, you're not.
You got 400K on Twitter, Ricky. What the fuck?
It's 200K. Yeah,
not a lot.
It could be a million.
I got to give it to Ricky.
Really?
He's really consistent. He always comes crawling back to everybody. The only way he can fucking move.
I think you said in the stream we were playing fucking. It's like, I'll beat you in like 3 months. I'm like, you kidding me? You know how big bait is gonna get? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
You know how big this show's gonna get? Are you crazy? Yeah. But yes, Ricky's a legend. Copper's a legend.
And now I'm probably gonna outlive you because that disease you have, right?
That would be.
But you'll never outweigh him, and that's what's important.
Yeah,
okay.
Would you if I die? Would you crawl in my fucking casket like a spider and freak out at my family? It'd be funny. Right.
Oh, dude, be like fucking Krang. No, be like Krang from like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like you're just in some guy's like stomach, just like controlling this big like fucking dope.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
I give you
Christ.
permission to do that. Like if
That'd
I
be
die,
cool.
get a giant model of me like Krang, and you can be in there like moving the thing, moving
Pulling the levers and shit. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
But it's me. Yeah.
He should be surrounded by like Beck's bottles on the inside of his body.
All right, I think we're gonna do the after show.
The donations, Tommy.
Well, let me do that.
I
I really want to do
sent you
this
two.
just to get warm again.
I'm out of here.
All right.
Copper just wrote me. You're all really rude and disrespectful. I didn't appreciate the negative vibes, especially when I just tried to come on and raise the energy to be entertaining and have fun. Thank you, Copper. He's mad. All right, hold on a second. Let's see this shit and call it a day. I guess I'm a little rusty. We got 2.
Yeah, wake the fuck up, huh?
Oh, first one is obviously the over 50. Cyberoff, hey fatty, see, buy some clear
Celery.
Celery. My eyes are bad. What do you want?
He just genuinely doesn't even know what celery is. He's like, what the fuck?
Celery?
What is that? Celery?
Is that a slur?
What is celery?
Put that in the hammer. And they get the
Celery?
over 50 donation of the day.
A salad? What the fuck is a salad?
Look at all these hip young people eating salads.
Latusi? Is that Italian?
Vegetable? Huh?
Tommy's behind 2 for donated $1. I feel like it's
salad. It's one of those Arabic terms.
Thank you so much. You're the donation of the day. Tommy's behind 2. That was really funny. And I think we're done here, and we're gonna go into the other room. You're more than welcome to come, Ricky. Is he still here? Probably not.
He's not.
Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. This is a new development for me.
What?
Hold on.
Yeah.
A second angle, bro? Come on.
No, we have the stages. You can go on if you want. Like, we have stages in thing, and people show up. If you're a member, then you can come in. And
Can I give Tobes the role so he can come in?
Yeah, if he wants to come in, sure.
Absolutely.
Take it away from him. I don't want him fucking. He owes me $5. Take it away from me right afterwards. I don't want him. Yeah. I don't want him chatting in there without having paid me. You know? All right.
After all my years of service, Donnie.
Yeah, you get one free.
What about the year of this service, huh?
All right. Real quick on a serious note. Thank you for absolutely all the well wishes. I can't say it didn't help because, like I said, I honestly was expecting to get some pretty fucked up news. I was ready for it in the sense like I'll deal with it, but
and it turns out you're fat.
Yeah, I'm glad. It's being fat. It beats having cancer. You know?
Hey, it could be worse. It could be CopperCab.
That's what the doctor said. Well, you're not CopperCab.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the king's home, slapping 5s, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated the evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead the Migos to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle,
I'll be taking the calls there too.
My hip-hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe.
But I have to smoke first.
God,
there's nothing wrong.
Play it again.
Oh, god damn it.
You suck. You're terrible.
Shit.
God, Tobes is so shit.
Yeah, there you go.
I played it,
bro.
I played it already. I had
you
it.
moron.
Play it again. Play it again. Play it again.
You
Play it
moron.
again.
Oh my god. How
Play
is
it
that
again.
my fuck up?
Play it again.
God, Tobes is gay.
Good job.
There's nothing wrong with being
God, you're fired.
That's bullshit.